AKH has gone green. Prior to the mid-90s, Muhammad Abul Qasim had been acquiring a sound professional experience as a top executive in an export-oriented garment factory. Muhammad Shamsul Alam was then sharpening his exposure in the same industry as the country chief for a large buying house. And Delwar Hussain too had been working through a global sourcing company in Bangladesh, exporting apparel to world over. By way of similar professional backgrounds and intimacy over time, they grew a sustainable friendship solidified on trust and understanding. Finally, in August 1997, they laid the foundation of AKH. Another history in the country's resounding industrial success broke. Embryonic AKH got started in woven shirt manufacturing only. Altogether, in all sections of the cutting, sewing and finishing, 300 people together registered their first ever export worth only $1.3 million in 1998. Its visionaries and frontline, as well as full-time workers, that is, its entrepreneurs, loved not to relent. They worked hard day and night. In a little over 1.5 decades since beginning in 1997, they have made AKH a group of 14 sister concerns operating in forward, backward as well as horizontal linkages. About 20,000 people are now working in this group. It has now got vertical strength of knitting, dyeing, finishing, printing, embroidering, washing, accessories manufacturing, freight forwarding and logistics support. Now, AKH is a proven manufacturer and exporter of woven shirts, blouses and tops of all kinds and categories. It produces about 2 million pieces of woven apparel every month. Equally, it is a prime choice for knit apparel sourcing for casual, fashion and fancy categories. AKH produces 2.6 million pieces of knit garments per month. And it is a premium quality fleece garment manufacturer and exporter as well. About 450,000 pieces of these products are being produced per month. Growing exponentially as the group grew, its export rose to $209 million in 2015. Projected, AKH's sales abroad would be amounting to about $250 million by the end of 2016. Export has been growing at an average rate of 15%, surviving all the volatility in the international economy. AKH has been serving its valued buyers who are well spread across the major markets like USA, Canada, Australia, Europe, Japan and India. However, the people working with AKH truly infuse life into it. So, AKH is more than compliant for them, conforming to all mandatory and many voluntary local as well as international requirements concerning workplace and environment. Till date, almost all the social, industrial and environmental standards and certificates required and applauded locally and internationally are achieved by AKH. Besides, not the least, beyond business, AKH voluntarily works for the humanity as well. It shares funding for a children's home and a regular annual plastic surgery camp for the less privileged ones. So, having the best kind of ETP is not just enough for AKH. Rather, in order for delivering the task professionally and for responding to the global call, AKH is now going green. At Dhamrai, by the side of Dhaka-Aricha Highway on a 13-acre land, AKH has developed this eco-friendly project, strictly applying the gold category requirements of Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, LEED, which are officially prescribed by the US Green Building Council. It has 480,000 square feet of constructed area. The factory premise is ideally poised with more than 60% for open space for fresh air, pond, rainwater storage and use, solid waste and wastewater managing, as well as recycling and reusing, reduction of carbon emission, use of efficient and renewable energy, and use of heat-resistant and carbon emission-free building materials are a few of the major features of this green project. With fire door, auto pump and auto sprinkler, its firefighting system and preparation is of world standard. Within a half square kilometre circumference of eco apparels, housing and other necessary civic facilities are adequate. So people working with it live nearby and use carbon emission-free modes of communication. And in fact, most of them now are coming to our factory on foot or just riding bicycles. About 4,500 workers can work here in the most pleasant indoor and outdoor environments to produce about 1 million pieces of premium quality woven shirts, blouses, tops and dresses every month. The factory building, which will not rise beyond the 3rd floor ever, does have all measures and features to ensure safety, security and good working environment for the people working in it. Open terrace with grass carpeting and rooftop gardens add to its pleasant and healthy ambience. This is the first one of its kind in and near Dhaka. In fact, it is one of the best worker-friendly and eco-sustainable garment factories in the world. AKH Eco Apparels Limited must compliment the prestigious award Champion of the Earth to the visionary Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina until the fulfillment of the country's Vision 21 and Millennium Development Goals and beyond to endure, and thus provide a solid base for portraying the idea that the only kind of development that is really worthwhile today and tomorrow is eco-sustainable development. Yes, AKH is nothing other than the emblem, the insignia of 3 visionaries who are proactive doer and deliverer as well. It promises a better tomorrow of all, by all, and for all.